It's not the first time we've been out here. We're at 16,800. Oh, confirm. And it is saying going home. Alright, this is Dad Random. How you doing? I'm out here with the Air2S, and we are going to do the range extravaganza today with the Air2S. So, yes, it's going to be good. We have a perfect day. Hopefully we don't get any surprises happen. I think we've got great weather. We've got very low wind, overcast skies. So there's a lot of positives today. So it is Monday morning. We will have a lot of traffic driving by on the busier road behind us, but I think we should be fine. Go ahead and start up our app here. I did freshly charge this battery this morning. I only have one. This is a one-off kind of activity, so you hope everything goes right, and if it doesn't, you can always fly it again, you know. Our previous goal for this flight, we've done several times. Hopefully Craig is set up. I'm waiting for Craig to get out there. He's been very busy this summer. He's supposed to be out meeting me on the trail again, just past the overlook right there. And hopefully the sun will cooperate. We'll get some clouds filtering in, and we'll be successful. So our distance today, what we're going for, says take off with caution. It's still looking for satellites. The distance we're looking for today is 18,000 feet. 18,000. That is basically equal with 2 other drones. Actually, I've taken out my Mavic 1. There we go. I've taken my Mavic Pro out further than that, but we're going to keep this one within what I consider to be a close range. Stay in contact with Craig out there, who is basically using his cell phone out there this morning, and he said he was close to the trail site, so, and that was about 5 minutes ago, so he should be set up. All right, so let's go ahead and fly. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see, we've got 1.6. Let's go ahead and take off. We're gonna do hand launch this morning. There we go. Here's our hand launch. And just like all videos of this type that I've done, make sure our sound's going. I've got sound twice. Yeah, it's set up right there, good. Let's move out a little bit. Let's go ahead and record the screen. And we'll record the screen. There we go, screen recording. 3, 2, 1. And we will start recording and flying. All right, here we go. All we're looking for today is 18,000 feet. And I have my altitude set at plenty of height above the level that I'm at now. I think it's set at like 200 feet. So 200 feet from where I'm standing right now, which will be perfect for our flight. The only thing I don't really like about flying at this time is the sun, and I usually try to create we're in manual mode, flying at 31 miles an hour. Manual mode. We're in normal mode. I'm hoping we stay filtered cloud-wise. There's plenty up there, so the odds are we're pretty good. But remember, I've got to keep my antennas to a. Go ahead and check my direction there. Let me go out like that right there. All right. And this does fly quite fast. We have a slight breeze coming towards our face. You want to get up Remember, here we go. We're getting towards the edge of the cliff there. I like to keep it at about just about 120 feet, 130 feet. And then I'll start tilting the camera down as we pass over the top. Oh yeah, and then there is the Santa Clara River down there. We've had a lot of flash flooding, so everything should be kind of washed out down there. Looking at it down there, it's trying to get a little bit of footage there, but keep my altitude going up, because remember, I am flying up at an angle, and I'm not changing the direction. I'm just doing a nice reciprocal course. So we shouldn't have any deviations. I'm letting the GPS just kind of keep us as straight as possible. Well, there, sun. I don't mind the sun lighting up where we're at. It's about 80 degrees, which is about perfect. And I have to keep adding a little bit of altitude, just so I keep my signal clean. So far, no breakups, except for my neck being hit by the sun. Been a while since I've done this. I've got 2 audio sources going right now because I don't trust. Hey, there we go. We're getting down. There's the trails down below there. Keep my altitude coming up until we get to our maximum cruising altitude. And we are not exceeding any law. We are following FAA rules, and we should be over Craig right now. We've got a nice clean picture. Oh man, white balance. Do I have that? If I set it manual, let me double check here. Let me go ahead and no, it's at auto. Perfect. I just wanted to make sure I don't have to mess around with a camera today. There's our motorcycle trail down there to our bottom left. That's how Craig comes in. He comes in from an area called Green Valley, and there's a really beautiful cave over there. This is a really beautiful trail in the winter. In the summer, it's more like not so awesome. Wow, the rain has really helped our footage. It really does. The rain really does affect things. Our signal strength is great. Our battery percentage is good. And like I said, we're trying to get out to our cruising distance. I'm pulling the throttle down a little bit. There's those motorcycle trails that we are so familiar with from many of my flights down there. Like I said, those are the trails that my friend and partner uses. Thank you, Craig. I will make sure I give him a shout out. Hope he had a great summer. 14,000 feet. Heading towards our goal. RC signal's great. Video signal is amazing. A little bit of hiccup right there. This is where I can take advantage of altitude if I need to, because we are well below our ceiling legally. I want to make sure we keep as good of a signal as possible. 15,000 feet. Look at how pretty it is down there. It's so gorgeous. Keep that. I'm trying to keep the rocks in focus there. There. Look at that. The sky is so dynamic on days like today. Very cool. We are at 15,000 feet. I want to make sure we keep our altitude going up, since we are going up the side of a hill. You can see how low we've gotten as we get further and further out. The Air2S, I've taken my Air2 out to this range. Come over this hillside here. Looks like we've got good signal. And this is where we see these trails back here. There are so many motorcycle trails back here. There's so much activity during the summer. 16,200 feet. I am trying to keep my speed within my, oh wow, it is just so clear. Without question, there's my wraparound trail. Craig's usually at his furthest. He should be following the drone at this time. He usually goes down and around that point right there, down in that shadow on the bottom left. It's not the first time we've been out here. We're at 16,800. Oh, confirm. And it is saying going home. So 16,928 feet. And we are listening to the return to home warning, and we are letting the craft come home. Look at how pretty that is down there. So, battery warnings at just over 16,000 feet. So there you go. Let's see, we go ahead and reduce our altitude as we're coming home. And we'll stay down to our prescribed altitude. We'll keep that trail right where we want that trail to be, which is, get the shadow right here in front of me, where we're at about 120 feet or so. Our goal is to get back down to, there we go. Let it just come home reciprocal. I really don't like return to home auto. Trees might block the drones. So, looks like we're good. Battery 50%, we're in great shape. But 16,000 feet before we got the battery warning return to home. We'll get it down to, I like to stay low. Yeah, look how pretty it is out there though. It is so gorgeous still. That got that dynamic sky out there. See if I can get that kind of focus in there. 10 minutes into the flight, I'm definitely going to cancel that return to home. Let's go ahead and cancel that. We're going to just fly manually home. It's so annoying, but not bad at all. We did not reach our goal though. We didn't get there. I guess you could have said, hey, why don't you just override the return to home? And the reason why there is a return to home, a manual override, is because, you know, you might have to do some kind of evasive maneuvers. But in a normal flight situation, you know, you really don't want to do that. You want to listen to what your sensors are telling you. If they say, hey, we want you to come home with plenty of battery power, like it is, 10,000. So we have just a little bit to come back. Do a little bit of a course adjustment there. Just a little bit of one. And looks like we have to come in just a hair right there. We'll skirt the mountain. 31 miles per hour, so we're in good shape there. Wish I'd get a little bit of relief from the sun, but I don't think it's going to do it today for me. I got to keep my focus on my return throttle. Kind of a touchy little thing. I'm just used to flying so much FPV that I want to get to that 120. Oh man, my screen. The one problem with the sun, as my phone heats up, as my screen darkens, and of course that is why a lot of folks tell me, hey, you should be flying with a tablet. Little adjustment of my course. 41%. Let's get back down. We're getting close to my get about 150 feet as we cross over the abyss there, which is the cliff. Look at that. Don't go too low, don't go too low, remember? Don't go too low, guys. Look at that. I like to build that cliff every morning. Danger close, danger close. Yeah, I gotta turn in this way. It's like, hey, where are you at, man? There we go. Get back on the course. Get back on course. Get back on course. Doesn't take much to get off course, does it? I recognize every one of these bumps and rocks down below there. Flying this. Thank you, Craig. He says, "Have a safe flight." And hopefully, I'll text back Craig here in a minute and tell him thank you. Have a great day on the trail. The morning is so gorgeous out there on the trails. Keep my speed going here. So about a 15-minute flight that we're going to be getting, a little bit more than 15 minutes. The air is heavy, but it is very calm and still. So I chose this weather because of the stillness of the air. It is very still. The silence is actually deafening as far as like bugs. I can hear the crickets. All right, there I am right there. Flying back in there. Just keep my altitude. And we're coming in right over here. I can see us right there. And we'll make a beautiful landing. A little course adjustment. What a great flight. But not as far as I expected. The battery performance is definitely a step below the Air2. So if you're thinking about flying an Air2 instead of the Air2S, and you want distance and performance that way, there we are coming in. All right, we're gonna flare up down, come in here. I want to do a little, there we go. All right, here, little FPV turn right there. All right, drop it down there. That's a victory lap right there. Little victory lap for the Dad Random crew here. Thank you, Dad Random and Craig. Oh, baby. Oh, that feels good. Come on here. Why are you not going to land for me? There we go. All right. She might have gotten a little bit hot today. My guess is heat. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get that shut off. Let's go ahead and shut my, I gotta shut off my screen record here. Come on here, Dad Random. Anyway, you know, it's, you know, the heat does have an effect. It is very, that air is very heavy, so flying performance can be affected by very thick air. But on the other hand, that thick air is good. It creates a really good cushion. Thinner air, a little bit more smooth, but you just don't know. You'll get higher winds, those kinds of things. You know, check out your Remote Pilot 101. That talks about weather conditions and how it affects the flight performance. But I would say that's a pretty big victory. You know, when it comes to the Mavic line, or the DJI Air line, it is very impressive. You can't argue the fact that you know, when you're getting distances like that, that it isn't something that's, you know, pretty dang good. 1-inch sensor, we all know that. We know that the video, bar none, is going to be better with this compared to the DJI Air2. But I would consider the Air2 if you're looking for just a little bit more flight time, because I got my battery warning at 18,000 some feet. I'm gonna see if I can dig out that video for you and put that clip up so you can see that battery warning. But not bad. I'm not going to kick this one out of bed anytime soon. So, all right, just look at that. It looks so good. Okay, so for the DJI Air2S and the ultimate range experience here in the most beautiful spot to do a range test, the safest spot, the best weather. I can just go on and on about how many good things I can say about this spot here, this place. But thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing to my videos. Thank you, Craig, for all your help and helping me do spotting work as I'm flying. And have a great day. Dead random. All right. Air2S, yeah, it's a win. We know it's a win. But I would suggest that if you're looking for a little more battery performance, and guys, the Air2 camera is a really great camera. The 48 megapixel 4K 60 camera on that thing is just absolutely, you know, lights out awesome. You can take amazing video. It's going to fly in the wind great. But this one just gives you that little bit extra, and you know it. Every little bit extra counts. That's what she said. Later, and bye. Later, Dad Random. Have a great day. See ya.